and I'm gonna hate this when it happens. But Frankie Montas, who didn't have a spring training, he's gonna join the rotation. He's expected to join the team at the end of this month. That makes me nervous. He suffered a high grade right lat strain on March 27th in spring training, went to the 60-day injured list. He's had 6 rehab starts in Syracuse. He has an ERA of 12.05 in Syracuse. He can't get out AAA players, and they want to bring Montas into the rotation? Now, I understand Kodai Senga's hurt. I understand that Tyler McGill just joined the injured list. More on him later. But you want Frankie Montas in a rotation? Why? Maybe put him in the bullpen, maybe, but I understand they signed this guy to a 2-year, $34 million deal. I get it. But the man cannot get AAA players out. He's struggling in the minors. Now, I get it. He didn't have a spring training. But he's a seasoned major leaguer. There should be no reason why he's been lit up like a piñata in Syracuse. And they can't keep him in Syracuse because his time there has been designated as a rehab assignment. This is terrible. Frankie Montas, I have no faith in Frankie Montas, to tell you the truth. None. Now, guys, we've seen major league players go and have rehab starts where, the results weren't favorable to them. I get that. It happens from time to time. Even some of the best names through history. Curt Schilling, when he rehabbed for the Red Sox one time, got lit up like a piñata too. But that's Curt Schilling we're talking about. And it only happened once. There have been times Roger Clemens on a rehab start, AAA Columbus Clippers while he was with the Yankees, had one bad outing, but it was an anomaly. Happened one time, never happened again. But Frankie Montas with a 12.05 ERA in 6 starts, and you want to tell me that this guy, I could care less what the contract is, but a man with a 12.05 ERA in Syracuse in AAA is supposed to come to the rotation on the major league level, and you expect him to have some type of success? What type of success do we expect? For him to not make it to the 5th inning? For him to not make it through 4? To not make it through 3? He can't get the children out. So how do you expect him to get the best players in the world out? And I understand that David Stearns, he loves these reclamation projects. He loves guys like Montas and the Griffin Cannings and the Sean Manayas and all these guys who were cast-offs or not very successful on other teams. He gives them a short contract on a cheap route and hopes for the best to see what he could get out of them. Because he doesn't want to commit long-term to pitching, because he wants to avoid what happened to Garrett Cole this season or Corbin Burns, where you make a long-term investment in a starting pitcher and they have season-ending injuries that involve Tommy John. I get it. He'll take fringe starting pitching, short-term contracts, and hope for the best. I get it. But Frankie Montas, I have no doubt that when he joins this rotation, he is going to get lit up. The Mets have other rotation options they could go to. Brandon Sproat, Jonah Tong, Blade Tidwell, who's going to start tonight against the Phillies in Game 1. Justin Hagenman, who pitched relief yesterday, could have had a spot start if they didn't use him yesterday in relief. Manaya's on his way back. If the Mets rotation that they started with this year, Senga, Holmes, Peterson, McGill, and Canning, if all 5 of those guys were healthy, I don't even think Montas would have a role in this rotation. But now, as it stands, the starting rotation as of next week is going to be Holmes, Peterson, Canning, Paul Blackburn, another guy who I think should get the boot, and Frankie Montas. This is the worst time to miss Kodai Senga, even though he's only gone for a month, but it's the worst, absolute worst time. I have no faith in Frankie Montas whatsoever. I know I've been negative this entire edition of the Metropolitan Report, but I'm just being honest here and transparent and telling you guys my thoughts. I have no faith in Frankie Montas whatsoever.